Hey, top of the morning, TRD farmer. Mic check, and the mic seems to be checking. Ba-ba-bum. Yeah, pretty boring. Pretty boring. Pretty boring. Pretty boring. I gonna start because I have an idea. I gotta start by cleaning stuff up as usual. I think I'm sharing the same sentiment as Alex that I only see it. I kind of feel like I'd be forcing a trade in this area. I see this break, which is about, well, it'd be a 1 hour break if we can remain up here for another 12 minutes. But it's kind of breaking right into supply, right? All right. And then, let's see. Boom, 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 boom. God, I'm like tempted to try a short here. But for that to work, we need to come up, touch that one more time, and then come down. Yeah, I think I need to do that, or I don't think I'm gonna force it. Good morning, Find and Luke Zaldania and Dylan VA and Hans Verst and Tamale. What sauces has I got for us? Um, I think this 1 hour chart I think is probably the most interesting. But it's so conflicted. It's so conflicted. Was it not the 1 hour? Was it the 2 hour? Yeah, it's so conflicted though, because you still have demand right below you. You know what I wanted to do was I wanted to find out. Uh, yeah, okay. Well, it is what it is. I would say, let's see. So that was Friday at 9 o'clock, and then we kind of cruised down throughout the weekend. Um, Taking out, so we never really took out this low though, but we did roll up all that liquidity there. The question is, are we going to roll up more? Hmm. Yeah, I think my gut is leaning down on this. Ah, so conflicted though. So you do have this. You see this most recent little inefficiency that we put in right here. This guy. So there's demand down in there, and it is stuck. And it is stuck. I think what I want to do next is probably just go Take a blank chart and try again. And try again. Hmm. Hmm. What kind of trickery can we pull off? Yeah, let's just get a blank. Let's just get a blank chart. What happened on this thing? So confused. Oh, just that time. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Blank Bitcoin chart. Blank Bitcoin chart. Let's go. Let's go. We'll grab the Binance one. That works for me. No, is this perpetual? It is. All right, cool. I already cleaned this thing up. Neat. So, mm-hmm. No. I mean, we just have so many ranges internal to so many other ranges. What I'm really looking at here is this most recent failure there. Does that mean that we need to come back down to this guy? Okay, so I would say, gosh, dang, it's so conflicted. So conflicted. A, it worked. What do you mean to tell me that you were able to send people my way for the first time in recorded history? Is that what you're trying to tell me? I wonder if you used to, interesting. Well, Jesus Christ, I better get to it then. Um, all right. Well, my sentiments aren't too much different. I caught a little bit of Alex's stream this morning, and I would say my sentiments aren't too much different. Obvious lack of volume. Market's not open today. Um, pretty conflicted. I'm just taking a look at all these ranges that we have inside of ranges, 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 and seeing if I can make any manner of a determination on direction for today. Looking at this most recent sort of failure to close here does give me some weakness at this level down here, because this is the low. Sorry, this high created this low, and then that low failed to clear that high. And then your highest time frame structure between the two would be here, here, here. That's really your highest time frame structure, right? We haven't lost that low, but if we drop down to, where was it? I think I found something. Yeah, so then if we just take a look at this low, I'd say it's about that structure there. And we almost have a break there. And then on the 2 hour, you had this little, yeah, so if we're looking at that as a break, that being a break, that occurring after a failure to close at this high up here, this being a 2 hour order block, then can we get price down to here? Take out Thursday's low, and honestly, is that a, no, that's not a low. That's just a box. That's just a box. It just sucks because you have about a 1 hour break of structure right here. That candle closes in 2 minutes. So this is gonna look a lot like a break. I just wonder if it's breaking right into supply to roll over and continue to build up what would essentially be weekend liquidity all throughout here because the market's not open today. So I'll consider this weekend liquidity. And then what I wonder is if we can run a low like this one here or this one down here. Sorry, if you're new to my stream, it gets real messy with highlighters. Yeah, what I'm wondering if we can do is if we can run a low like this into Tuesday or like this into Tuesday, and then maybe get some upward momentum going. Though in all reality, I would really what I would prefer to have happen at this point. I would prefer to just roll down through all this stuff. Yeah, I'd really rather roll down through all that stuff. Build liquidity all the way up from the high and then start making a trip back up there. That's what I would super prefer to happen. Yeah, so I don't know, man. I am struggling to find a trade this morning. I don't see anything in here that I'm just absolutely in love with. We've got a wee little bit of demand below us. We have we've interacted with the supply above us. We're stuck in between those two. So far, I mean, structure very locally is bullish. Very, very much bullish. I mean, that's a break there. Really meaning all of this is demand in my book, and this being, like an order block inside of it. If we go to, that's like a 1 hour order block, right? We do have a lot of resting liquidity up here. It would just be so. This low down here being put in on a Sunday, or this series of lows, this whole area of consolidation here, I just think is really subject to have the market come back on it. Yeah, I don't often see Sunday positions get to hold their ground for a long time. And so yeah, I'm pretty conflicted on BTC in this area as well. Yeah, crazy. I wonder if it was all. I wonder. Yeah, F1. I hope it goes that low too. I actually think it would be really healthy for it to go that low. I'm here's to hoping. Um, here's to hoping. We'll see if we can get one more sweep on this guy, and then come around Ah, man, that's still going to be in a shit position. That's still going to be in a shit position because it could still rotate right back up out of there. This is in a rough spot today. I think tomorrow will be much more fun to trade. Hey, anybody got a since I'm blessed with all these extra attendance, maybe the largest attendance I've ever had on a live stream. If anybody has any questions for me, I'd love to hammer those out. Or if anybody has a different chart that we could go look at, that would be fun too. For anybody maybe not familiar with my streams, I really shy away from indicators and take a very smart money approach. So you might see something a little bit more unique, um, just a little bit more different. Not necessarily, I'm not saying good, bad, or better or any of that. I'm just saying a little different perspective than you might get from other folks. Bum, ba, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Oh God, things have just been should go lower. Should go lower. Master. Yeah. We can do that. We can do that. For micro strategies, some more macro strategizations. Let's see. I bet on the weekly it's pretty bullish. Huh? So basic weekly market structure is you have a bullish break on the weekly there, here, right? Bullish break on your weekly, meaning that this is a weak high, and your strong low is clear down here. I'll just call it this one. And then you just have this internal range here. I wish I had a little bit better data on this. That's all right. Daily, boom. Oh gosh, man, hold up. Is there a first of all, is it MicroStrategy? Because if it's this thing over here, that's a whole different story, and this gets to be a lot rougher. If I see my trouble is I can't read the 4 hour structure very well due to the lack of data I have on that chart. And so all of a sudden I'm going, well, wait a minute, maybe he's talking about something else. And yes, we can take a look at Sol. Maybe we'll go. I'll go poke around at Sol while I'm waiting for clarification on the other one. That whole chart probably needs to be wiped anyway. So, we can at least clean up this section here. Well, I think Sol's going to come down a little bit more in the future. I mean, we still have this glaring issue up here, placing weakness on this low. So that's a problem. My only issue is beneath that low, you have really piss poor support. Not good. Not good at all. So I would suggest on Sol that it needs to come down for these lows, and then I think it could very much make a rotation back up, just following this range here, following that range there. Now, if because if this doesn't work, in my opinion, then we're back down to 112. Then we are back down to 112. Yeah, yeah, 100%. Yes, I very much feel that way. So, so can we trade it locally anywhere from here to here? I don't know. Let's go take a look. Well, I did just put in a local break. About 5. Boy, entering there is going to suck. Getting some retracement would be so much better. Oh, God dang it, though. I don't know if you're going to. It should ultimately be target 2 for me. I mean, I see that we're breaking out of supply, so I'm kind of into this. I am into this idea. The trouble is I really don't like the stop loss. Stop loss belongs. I just don't love that stop loss. I'm putting in a whole lot of essentially the only thing propping it up is the fact that is this order block right here. Like that's the only thing propping that up. So you do have some demand right there, though. Still don't think that does it, though. I can tell you my confidence level if this actually had come up above there would be so much better, but that is a little sus. That is a little sus. And then let me go back and see if we figured out whether it's MicroStrategy. It is MicroStrategy. Possible short on an engine if it fills the high. AR and ETH. All right, man, we gotta get working. We gotta get working. My trouble with MicroStrategy is I can't really I don't have the proper data to read the chart. So if you have a different ticker for me, I could probably do a little bit better work. But this is fairly difficult. Yeah, this is really difficult to read. Is it any better on the 15? A little bit. Actually, it's a little bit better on the 15. Set low, we break structure, we remitigate demand, we come up, clean that high. I would say it's currently down to at least 331 on MicroStrategy. That's probably the best I'm going to be able to do here locally, though. But I gotta admit, I'm not getting a super strong vibe off of that. I'm just not. INJ. What is Bitcoin rolling its face over right here? Oh, okay, so great. INJ. This absolutely is something that I have been looking at. Yeah, it sure is. Sure is. So let's get to cleaning this up. Get all that crap out of the way. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way. See, the question is like, did a smaller Model 1 that hit its target turn into a larger Model 1? And can we give it a larger target? I mean, a bare minimum, I would say you're at the discount of this range of price, and I think it's time to focus on long on INJ. That's what I think. I think it's definitely time to focus on long. Boom, boom. So we're gonna have some we're gonna have some significant resistance out of this area. I would anticipate that to be the case. And so what I'd really like to see happen down in here, this isn't really prepped super well for it, but essentially I'd like to see, yeah, we're just gonna use it like this. We're just gonna use it like this. I would like to see initiation out of this area into supply. I'd like to see a short out of supply back into newly formed demand. And then I'd like to see a long out of demand up to crack that high. That's what I would currently like to see. Let's see here. I need to replace this ray with a line. Go away. Yes, with a line. Boom, boom, boom. Now, Fine's question, can we short up here? Quite possibly, sure. Yeah, yeah, it's possible. Yeah, definitely possible. As a matter of fact, it does not have to clean up the actual high because there is an order block right there. Yeah, so it doesn't actually have to clean the actual high. The real answer to the question is going to lie in the structure between here and here. So let's get down into some. Yeah, so you're breaking your 10-minute structure right now. So I like where your head's at with this. You just broke your 10-minute structure right here. So looking at it from this perspective, is there anything unmitigated through this area? No, not particularly. So I think your primary target is here. My only caution would be you did break 15, or I'm sorry, 10 minutes struck. No, I don't know. I feel pretty good about this. I feel pretty good about this. Part of me wants to warn against one more pull up for a widening of that range before actually losing it and indeed pulling the high. That would be my general caution there. But you know, so like you might need to save a little position to add in these top areas or a bigger stop loss on this. Um, but yeah, I mean, 10-minute breaks in structure are pretty significant in this volume. You know what I mean? Like, or in this current trading environment. I mean, that last one, you definitely got some motion out of that. Can we hit right buttons? Nah, we we can't hit the right buttons, so we'll just not even try. And then in the event that that your primary low from here to here breaks, which is this low here, then yeah, I would say you can trade it all the way back down to here. And I'm not opposed to any of those for the more macro idea, because overall coming down and cleaning this low up one more time would be pretty sweet as well. That'd be really cool as well. Yeah, I mean, you know, it'd be a hell of a lot better if market was open today, but I like where your head's at on that. I like where your head's at. I do. I do like where your head is at on that. AR and ETH, AR and ETH, AVAX and Render. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. Hold the phone here. Hold the phone here. Oh, this is tempting me. This is super tempting me. But I think for the sake of my portfolio and just to be extra safe, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set an alert down here, whatever. Just give me something I can put an alert on, please. I'm going to see if we can get any manner of mitigation into there. I will feel a lot better about that. I will feel a lot better about that. Watch it, just the floor fall out from underneath it, though. Because my thought process here is that if we can get structure that starts to form this way and get back up into this area, mitigate, it doesn't have to have that many drives to it, just a couple of higher lows, higher highs, right? And then you see it fail again, then I would say you absolutely have a very confident short on your hands. This would be like a reconfirmation. This break right here is like signal number one. That would be a reconfirmation. I think I would take that trade blindfolded. If you get any structure that flows, and again, it doesn't have to have that many humps to it. No, it doesn't have to have that many humps to it at all. It could have just a couple more. Yeah, anything along those lines would be way more better, way more better. AR and ETH. You gonna short Bitcoin then? Let me go on Bitcoin. ETH. God, you're making me. This must be Anthony Soprano. Yeah, of course it is. I can't get ETH right to save my life, guys. I can't get it right to save my life. I do still feel a certain way about this trade up here, so I'm not taking that off the chart. Let me get back out to the 4 hour here. Oh no, let's go back out to the daily. I mean, the order flow objective, in my opinion, from this has been achieved. It just looks so weird where it is. All right, and then let's see, locally, our primary range is here. Oh, fine, I'll fix you in a moment. As far as for longs go, I would want to be back into this area for a long. I'm not going to spend too much time here because I pretty much always get this wrong anyway. So, but you know, we're going to put some ideas on here. I think I'd want to be back into here for a long, and that's without touching 29. That's before touching here. You can't touch it first. 29, whatever, 22. That would, am I on logarithmic somehow? What happened? No. And outside of that, I'm more up here. Oh, throw one more on here. So this would look more like this. Though I suspect your better entry is probably somewhere down in that region. If that were to work. Yeah, that's I think that's all the effort I care to put into that. Forgive me. AR, we have that somewhere, right? What has this thing been up to? All right, let's wipe everything on here. Let's know that we broke our structure first here. Our inefficiency that took us up for a gigantic amount of price action, 461%. Those market participants got involved here, and that's where we currently are. So that doesn't look bad. Probably even get that down to a single order block. Those were your fills. Those were your market participants that brought price up 400%. They got involved right there. So we are back to the scene of the crime. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, see, nothing else did this. This is so much better. Hold on, let me get some of this stuff back. Let's just leave it on that one. Let's just leave it on that one. We'll delete this bigger one. This is so much better. Nothing else did this. I swear to God, I have not seen a single other coin that has done this. A lot of charts had this big, massive low, but like none of them came back for it. AR came back for it. That is so much better. That is so much better. Oh my God, that's so much better. Um, yeah, I'm absolutely setting an alert at $10 on AR. That's going to return your that's going to be a transition of 4-hour structured bullish, and yeah, and I think I think there could be some quite a bit of movement just to get back up into this prior supply range right here that sits above us. Should be a pretty decent climb. Yeah, it's about a 20% climb just to get back into there. I think I think AR looks great. I think this looks great. I think this looks absolutely prepped, if you ask me. Which you did ask me, so you know, there's that. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so hold on, let's just take a look closer here. Did take that. Did take that. Took that. Must be later than I was anticipating. I may very well need to leave. Well, I'll tell you what. Bare minimum, I apparently have to let some plumbers in, so I'll be back. Hello. Sweet. Remind me what you guys were doing here this morning. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that. Apologize. It's always plumbers, 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 plumbers. Always fucking plumbers. Probably last half of you, I did. Okay. Yeah, AR. I don't know if I want to play with anything internally. On this, anything in here. I think I just I want to involve myself up there though. I think that is, yeah, probably how I would look at that. Yeah, I don't see anything inside of there that looks super appetizing to me. AVAX and render, we're gonna pump through those real quick, and then I'm gonna need to hit the road. I'm gonna need to hit the road. Ah, let's go out to a higher time frame. I mean, it's in a pretty discount setting. It just doesn't have any bullish structure. Just doesn't have any bullish structure. some locally. I mean, it's like you have this transition bullish down here, and there's a part of me that says, um, well, okay, can you trade it back up to these highs here? But I have a feeling that all it did was just wipe off that liquidity, and then it's gonna drop. That's my fear. Is that really all it did was hit supply, wipe out all those stop losses, and now it's gonna march south and take out a whole lot of lows. Probably this one and this one and this one. And then I would watch for long down here. But that's what my gut tells me. That's what my gut tells me on that one is that it is down. Maybe you get a little bit of lift out of where that break came in, but it just brings you to a lower high for a lower low. That's what I would say on AVAX. Yep. I would say that's the case on AVAX. I would be looking. I'd be looking short on this. You know, retracement would be really nice to have. Target 1, target 2, target 3 is a little bit lower, but yeah, I would say that these would just be the kind of primary targets on that. Do we get a retracement on INJ? No, of course not. Wah, 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 wah. Okay, and then what do we have? We had render as well. Render. That's the nice thing about streaming for a little bit post market open. You typically get to be on long enough to kind of figure out what the direction's going to be. So render, what did it hit? Huh, I wonder if it was anything really notable. No, nothing super notable, though it may, it's a little bit more significant. Really? Really? I don't know. I don't know. I almost feel like there might be a long on render. Yeah, I do. Oh God, the stop loss is going to be brutal on that though. Man, I'm gonna need to see something pretty cool on this. I kind of feel like this one is actually a long, but I'm gonna want to see somewhere between here and I need to see a probably a 10-minute shift in structure. And I don't think you're going to see that. I think if it does work, I don't think you're going to actually see structure on it. I don't think it's going to come down and give you like 10 to 15 minute structure and run. I don't think that's going to be the case, but I would want to see 10 to 15 minute MS flip. That's what I'd want to see on that. And so I have no idea if the position, like the location of this is even appropriate because I need to see the actual structure develop there. All right, I think I got through everybody's. I think I got through everybody's coins. I have. It's Monday, so as usual, I got a lot that I have to do. I probably ought to get to that. I think the one I liked the most was the INJ one that Fine brought up. Really liked that one. I'm gonna take one more peek on that. That might be. Can we just get a little bit of lift out of here and get yeah. This is the chart I want to follow. This is probably the chart that I'm going to follow. That's the one. Yep, I like this one. I like this one. So I'm out of here. You guys have a good one. Take care. Thanks for joining me. Glad the stream ejection into my stream worked for once ever. That was kind of cool. That's pretty neat. And yeah, you guys have a good one.